So with this video, I'm going to show you a little bit about the design practices or principles in using ClickFunnels, how it's set up. If you come up here to your settings, you're going to get a background tab. This will make your whole page whatever you'd like it to be. We'll just pick a stock background for now. See whatever it comes out to be. I don't know why, but I always end up having to click in there twice. I think it must be something with my computer. So yeah. So this is going to take up the whole page here because we've got that set as the page background. But now if we don't want to do that and we just want part of it to be the background. Okay, so you've got the whole background is now one color, and let's say you don't want to do that. So assuming that you just want a small area for a different background, you would come in here to your section and change that area only. See how that works? And then you can do the same thing down here below. If you wanted to do another different color there, you can do that as well. You just have to make sure you're changing it in section for it to have these options, full page wide or whatever. Otherwise it's going to only cover this area, for example. So if you wanted to stack something even more on top of that, you could. So that's how to change your backgrounds. Let me get this out of here and we'll give it a clean slate so I can show you how to do a few more things with this, and then that'll be it on this part. So there's essentially two things here that you're working with: sections and then rows. The sections are the green ones, the blue ones are the rows, and then these are just little containers inside. So these are elements. So you start off by clicking a section. You can change whatever you make this now. So if you make this small, you can make it full width later. But remember, full width requires the CSS, so you'll have to watch that tutorial to make it go the full width of the page. So then that tells us now we need to add a row. So then that's where you get your columns. There's left and right sidebar down here, so if you want something off to the side or whatever. So then we go in here and we add 2 columns, and then we add our elements. So here we've got an image for our opt-in, and here we've got our email opt-in list that we'll do right now. And if you see, this button's kind of just tacky looking right there, like that. You can change the settings over here in advanced and make that fill the whole width so it looks a lot better. And then you can also make it a lot thicker and change the theme of it as well. You just have to go back and change that. And then you would add your ebook image in here, for example. Just like that. Yeah, obviously that doesn't look too good together, but just for the sake of learning how to do it, this is pretty easy to do, I should say. So you've got 2 elements, and then or 2 section, row, and then elements, and then that's how you build your funnel, is by using those. And then in here you can see you can change how that all looks. If you wanted to change the background of that area, you could do that within there. So yeah, that's about it for that. That's basically how you set up your page. It's really easy. Assuming we wanted to add our list here, we could just do that so that we're connecting our email list now. just by doing this and going active campaign, for example, and then clicking whichever list we're going to add it to. So that, for example, and then it gives us the green light that we're connected. We just need to change these to make these so that the inputs are what they're supposed to be. So first name, and then email address. And then something I get a lot of people ask me, their form won't submit. They say, well, I click it and it just says submit. That's because they don't have this action on this button set to submit the form. And then that's going to submit to wherever you have in here. By default, it goes to the next page in the funnel, but if you wanted to change this to something else, you could. And then when you change that submit, it would change that. Another thing that I get asked a lot, and I'll show you really quick how to do it, is how to add your links. So if you wanted to add a link back to your website or something, or test.com, for example, you do that. And then change the link color, obviously, so it can be shown. This little thing here makes it open in a new window. You want to do that so people are not outside of your funnel and they stay on your page. And then that's about it for setting up the rows, sections, and columns. It's pretty easy.